here is the other sequencing activity that we have for our more language-based activities. This one is different from the other sequencing activity within the centers because this one requires you to photocopy the sheets that you want. So all of these in this bag are the master, and they have master written in highlighter for that reason. So please, if you're going to use these, just remember to photocopy the sheets that you need instead of using the master. So again, for this one, there's different levels. So there's a 3 sequence, there's a 4 sequence, and there's a 5 sequence. And there's a few examples of each level. So you really can be as creative with these as you want. You can use the same one repeatedly if the child you're working with needs that repetition, or you could use a different one each day, totally up to you. The idea is that the child is to put the cards in sequence and then tell the story that goes along with them. So again, you can also be targeting other things at the same time, because if the child has some fine motor goals, you might want them to cut out the pictures as part of the activity, or you might want them to color the pictures as part of the activity. So with that respect, you can adjust it to what their different goals are. If time is an issue, you might want to cut out the pictures yourself, and maybe they can take it home and then they can color it at home. Totally, adjustable to what you guys think. So again, like with the other sequencing activity, at first the adult really should be modeling what the task is. So the pictures would be cut out, you would have them out in front of you in the wrong order. You would put them in the right order, talking about the pictures using first, next, last, and then put them onto the squares and then review what the sequence was. That being said, you don't have to use the squares though either. You can just have the pictures out in front of you on the table. Some children need to have the structure of the boxes to really understand that there's 3 separate things that are happening and 3 different things that they have to talk about. But other kids, you may find that that's a bit too distracting. It really just depends on the child. So don't feel like you have to use the boxes if you don't want to. They're there if you need them, and you don't need to use them if you don't feel it's necessary. And again, if the child is struggling even just with 3 pictures, you can start with 2 and then just talk about what's first and what's last. And again, if for whatever reason you don't have access to these smaller sequence and you've got these longer sequences, adjust it as necessary. If you need to start with just 2 pictures and talk about what's first and last, that's great. And then maybe just gradually build up to then what's first, what's next, what's last with these longer sequences. I think that's all I need to say about that one. If you have any questions about it, please reach out to your SLP and we will happily brainstorm with you.